So as you can see, I'm standing in the middle of what is the future barn dominium. And this whole area in the back is probably another 1.5 acres or so at least. We have a grand total of 3 acres, and this used to just be covered in trees, and it was kind of overwhelming. So we hired somebody. It turned out to be the guy we bought the property from, and he has equipment, so he just did the work for us, cut it all down. So what I'm doing now is taking you down this set of paths that I've made, just kind of a bit of a trail to get us from one spot of the property to another without having to clear cut the whole thing all over again, which would just be kind of overwhelming for a guy like me at this point. So this is the first path, basically from the backyard up to the house, and we're going to come to an intersection here in a moment. So if we go left, it'll take us down to the stream that we have. And the stream is really difficult to even get to because it gets so overgrown all the time, and animals use it, and it's just weedy, and there's like a wetland area that really interferes with just getting to the stream. So it's not like there's a bank. There's not just a clear-cut division between the land and the water. So, you know, I'm walking still on my land, and you get to this point here, this is where I stop the path, because this gets real muddy and soft and difficult to walk on. This is the wetlands area, and right over there at the edge is where you can get to the stream. And the stream's about 10 to 12 feet wide, slow moving. I think it could be as deep as about 5 or 6 feet in certain areas, but for the most part, it's easily walked through for most people. Now on this path, all I did was just weed whack it down, and with the shade, it actually has done pretty well. It hasn't gotten overgrown like the rest of the place has. Given time, it totally would, but the number of times that I've been able to get here this summer has been able to keep this in check. And I'm also slowly converting as much of this as I can to clover and other items that livestock and wildlife would enjoy. So the clover is a good thing for deer in general. So I'm hoping to draw some deer in here for hunting season. Now this is the path we just came from up in that area. This is another area, and this will take us all the way up to the back side of our little shed that we've been staying in when we're here. So we have the shed we've mentioned in previous videos. It's a 10 by 14, and this path will take us right up to the back of that. And I love having this little path. It's like a trail through the woods. I grew up in South Jersey, and there's a Wharton State Forest that has an area called Batstow Village. And there's a couple little trails that are based in that area. And I would go there every so often, just walking some trails. And then this goes all the way up to where we've been basically living, and the part of the property that we use the most of while we develop the other. So that's that. That's just a little walk through our little nature trail.